Good evening. Thanks for coming out to listen to our stories. And that's what we carry with us when we travel from community to community, around this world. We carry those stories that I've learned as a young child and spending time with elders. I'm from Poplar River First Nations. My community is about 400 kilometers north of Winnipeg. It's only accessible by air at this time of the year. And from January till March, we have a winter road. But I want to start out sharing a story from one of our elders who was part of this planning and the responsibility of taking care of the land. And he wanted to pass on his story, his knowledge, his wisdom to us. And unfortunately, he passed away before he could see the work being completed. He was very much so involved in healing of his people, and including himself, because he was a residential school survivor. And he, whenever he told a story, it became alive. He had so much passion for life and for everything that's around him. The elders used to say that one should not make a sound when crossing the water here, lest one awaken the thunderbird who lived just up there. Up there. Up where? Up there, says Victor Bruce, an elder of the Poplar River First Nation. He is pointing above the trees in this boreal forest, where migrating songbirds sing, the fleeting herds of the woodland caribou, silent gray ghosts of the boreal hide. Bruce says he believes in the thunderbirds in the same way he believes that the river is alive and the rocks can move. The trees cry when they are cut, and the earth cannot be owned. And all the while the thunderbird watches, waiting to descend when it is disturbed, then swooping down, creating thunder and lightning in its wrath, troubling the waters. For thousands of years, the Poplar River First Nation and Ojibwe Indian tribe in Manitoba crossed this water, ever so quietly, not a sound. Paddles slipped into the water as if they were slicing clouds. Quietly, the people moved from one shore to the next, from one plain to the other, from one generation to the next. Quietly. Disturbing the thunderbird meant trouble for us all. Bruce is wondering why others don't believe. Can't believe that building a road into the forest opens the path to its destruction. That cutting down the trees to make pulp into toilet paper seems wasteful. Why companies with their bottom lines and consumers with their insatiable needs don't think of the trees as having voices and the animals living in them as having souls. Why don't they believe in thunderbirds? It's our guardian, something that watches over you all the time, Bruce is saying. It's always something that's keeping an eye on you. The old-timers, the ancestors, they used to tell us to respect all the animals and respect the birds.